like to do now is introduce Jim Steinke from the Northern Refugee Centre, and we're going to together try this little bit of role play. So while we're getting over there, I'll just say that I was reading Third Sector magazine a couple of weeks ago, and there was an interview in there with Jeremy Todd, who's the Chief Executive of Family Lives, and he said the voluntary sector should always be looking for effective collaborations. It should be part of our DNA. But that's easier said than done. Just by way of background, I want to spend a couple of minutes sharing our experience of working with Northern Refugee Centre on what turned out to be a successful joint bid to the bid lottery to take forward work, the New Beginnings project with refugees and asylum seekers and migrants. You can see some information about it outside. Previously, VAS had bid separately for continued bid lottery funding for this purpose and had been turned down. The Northern Refugee Centre were beginning to work up another separate and potentially competitive bid in the same city. So Jim's now going to join me in explaining what happened next. Neither of us are actors, by the way. We're going to attempt some role play. Okay. You have to look at our body language as well. Can you just step a bit forward because I think we can see. Okay. Right. VAS has been turned down by the lottery. What do we do next? We'd look stupid if we put forward another individual bid, knowing that the Northern Refugee Centre is likely to do the same.
We need to put in a bid to the lottery to continue the work of the Employment and Education Service, but they've just turned down VAS. So what chance have we got? And VAS says they're going to reapply, so we'd be in competition. Suppose we need to start talking.
Although we don't see eye to eye, maybe we should explore joining forces. But if we did, there'd be all sorts of problems. I'm not sure we trust them.
We used to work in partnership with loads of other organisations, but would it work with VAS? We don't really know them that well, and I'm not sure we can trust them. And Sue White, that new chief exec, I reckon she would be a right hand.
That wasn't in the script. We've had an exploratory meeting with them. Oh my God. If we bid together, we won't get as much as if we go on our own. There'll be so much work to do. We'll have to go back to grassroots to design a joint proposal. We can't just bolt our previous bids together. It takes much time. It's really annoying that circumstances are forcing us together. I'm worried that they don't appreciate the magic of volunteering. It's not a soft option, it's the real deal for UK work experience improving skills. They're far too hung up on getting into the private sector for work placements. We need to hold our ground or they'll walk all over us.
We've just had our first meeting together. Oh my God. If we bid together, we'll only get half as much as if we went it alone. And it will take much longer to work up the bid. And we'll have to have endless debate to design a mutually agreeable joint proposal. We can't just bolt our previous bids together. If we have to do it, they must understand where we're coming from. I'm worried they just don't see the importance of working with the private sector for our client group. They seem so hung up on formulating cut and dry definitions, distinguishing volunteering from volunteer work placements, etc. We need to hold our ground or they will walk all over us. We need to make sure we're not their Tonto to their Lone Ranger.
We've had some more detailed discussions with them. I've been surprised about the commitment they have. They are really passionate about making a difference for refugees and asylum seekers, and they know about the benefits of employment.
Well, it's not been easy. If we're going to make this work, we've got to be able to have lots of more of these open, honest, challenging conversations. But what if we fall out? They just seem so precious about the voluntary sector. But I can see that they're keen to make this work and really committed to working with refugees and asylum seekers.
Hold on, I have a strange tingling feeling. I can see what a joint bid might mean for the work. Maybe together we could achieve more than the sum of the parts. We could amalgamate our respective strengths to provide holistic support for service users. But can we trust them? Do they trust us? How can we show we're serious about working with them? Maybe we should show a degree of humility and suggest that the Northern Refugee Centre takes the lead in formulating our bid.
Okay, we're making real progress here, and we've got the bones of a good, workable proposal that will benefit clients. But now we need to start talking about divvying up the dosh. How will they agree on that one? And who's going to manage the project? We could do it, but then they might think we're control freaks. And they keep using phrases like amalgamating our respective strengths to provide holistic support.
Well, it's taken a lot of hard work, but I think we're getting there together. We've developed a truly joint proposal, and you can't see any seams. And now that we've got to the stage of putting the bid in, I can honestly say that we respect and trust them.
God, that was really hard work, but definitely worth it. I think it's turned out to be a really strong bid. Surely the lottery will reward us for joining forces and working our guts out by awarding us the grant, surely.
Although we had jitters before we tied the knot, what united us was the passion we share for our client group. Together, we're more effective. So, happy ending. Our joint bid was successful. We've been awarded £300,000 for our project and joint funding from other sources too. But there's an even bigger prize: mutual trust and respect, and a real commitment to working together in the future. Okay? But we're still on our honeymoon. The hard work of jointly implementing our project starts now.
The end.